Hello everyone, I hope you're all well. So today what I want to do is work in this journal and show you some progress. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do today. This was meant to have shabby chic vibes, which I don't know, I don't even really, when I look at shabby chic I see lots of frills and pastels and pastels. Do you know, it's funny, I always get that mixed up, pastels and pastels. Anyway, pastels. And I've used a very bright cover here and it's a bit in your face, and I like it a lot, but I also feel it's too much, and that's not in terms of shabby chic, that's just the way I feel about it. It is a big pattern, it's meant for big curtains and things like that, not small things. Anyway, so it took me a while to figure out what I wanted, and I made this, which I thought these colours reflect this really, really well. It's amazing. This is it on paper, and I've just backed it onto card and inked around it, and I've added this. This is Ruby and Pearl from the Reading the Book Club. This I don't want to say for certain, but I think it might be Raindrop Lila. So anyway, yeah, so there we go. Anyway, so what I thought I'd do is use this as a topper, but I've struggled with trying to find something that would work with it, you know, like on there, and whether to, I mean, a lot of people sort of do them on a bit of an angle, which I quite like, and this is probably too much fabric anyway. I thought I would do something like this on the edge to tone it down a little bit, and then if I put that over the top, that's quite nice. So this, because these have these little you know, these edges, they're quite vulnerable, they're going to get knocked about, they're going to get, you know, yeah, knocked about. Maybe that's something that I want longer term anyway, you know, shabby after all. So yeah, so I need to think about that. I do like this look though, but anyway, so I've been looking at that. So, but I'm not going to do anything with it right now because I want to do some sewing on it, and also I need to sew the signatures in before I put something on it. So I want whatever I put across the spine, I want not to see the signatures, the binding. So I'm leaving that for a minute. So I'm just going to move that so it doesn't distract us. So then these are the signatures so far. There's 3 signatures. And I've been working in them. And let me think, is there anything else to say? Yeah, no, I don't think so. So that's the plan. And also with the signatures, the reason I don't want to bind these in right now is because I want to maybe sew some of them, or, you know, work in them. I tend not to bind them in straight away. I tend to work in them for a little bit first. So that's the plan. So I've already started working in them and doing little bits in them. You know, adding bits, some cards and some bits of fabric and things. So, but anyway, I have been going through some pages and things. I've got this that I worked on yesterday, and I'm going to make it into, well, I don't know what I'm going to make it into. Maybe a little book of some sort. It's beautiful, I love this. So yeah, so I've got that, and I just backed it with some, as you can see, some old French book page. Got that. I'm going to use that inside the book because I think it'll be nice to, you know, reflect it inside. I might do did a little bit of stamping yesterday, flowers, just very simple flowers and circles and things. I don't know, I was just having a bit of fun, trying to relax. So that's what I did there. And I cut out this, I thought I would use this somewhere. So yeah, that's part of the book club. Another French book. There's more of them little, I think they're sweet. I think they'll look nice and decorated in there. And then this morning what I've been doing is going through 2 books that I have. One is a vintage book that has these beautiful pages in, and I cut them out. So I've been using it for a while now, and I've cut some of them out, so I'll show you some of the images. It's just packed with beautiful bits of vintagey things, and I've used them before in some of my books, as I said, but these are the ones I've cut out today. What I try to do is not cut out things that I like when I know there's something on the other side. So so I'm going to be using them. And then I looked in my old encyclopedias, children's encyclopedia, and I found these sort of things, so I want to add these in somewhere as well. So that's the plan for now. So I thought you might like to join me. I'll just have a sip of my coffee. Is that a little bug in my coffee? No, surely not. That's finished, so I'll put it away. Sorry, just a bit over here. Out of the way. I just saw something while I was over here, and I thought, that might be nice to use. Right, so that's where I'm at. Sorry, yeah. So that's where I'm at. So let's just have a look. Obviously, if I make German cards and things, I'm going to need some card. But this is beautiful. This would make a lovely pocket. So let's have a look. So this one feels quite thin in comparison to that one and that one. So let's have a look inside this one. I mean, that would make a lovely pocket at the front. We've got a pocket there. That was a wraparound pocket. Need something to go in there. Let me just see this. Oh, that's too wide. I'll probably make that into a tuck spot, to be honest. It's gorgeous. Well, that would be nice, because that's very pretty. That's all very pretty. Keep going. Oops, that. Yeah. Alright, okay. I mean, that's nice at the end. Well, let me look at some other things. This would make just a very it's a very decorative piece. So I'm going to just so what I've done in the past is I've cut around these and made them like little tuck spots. I'm trying to decide whether to do that or not. I mean, that you could use that as a page and just cover that. So I might do that. Let's do that. I'm just going to straighten it first. Yeah, I don't want it too small a page. And then I'll take this edge off here. Hopefully. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. That's good. Right. Okay, and then I think what I need to do is cover this with something, but I might do it when it's, yeah, I'll do it when it's actually in the journal. So that's, we've already made a page. So that looks lovely there. Love that. I think I love it. Let me just check whether I want it somewhere like that or like that. I like that. I think I like that. I think I prefer that. Okay, I like that colour, so I will be doing something there. Maybe like that would be lovely there. Yeah, definitely wouldn't be cutting around this. So this could be a top spot here. Let me just check to see how it looks on a plain page. It's funny because when I'm making journals, I tend to prefer not to work on camera because I get to, you know, I find it difficult sometimes. Oh, that's nice there. I think I'll probably put that there because I felt putting it on that page. I don't know now. I really don't. Can't make decisions. What's wrong with me? I mean, I really like that. I think it, oh, but I'm not sure about it. I like it, but I'm not sure. What does that say? Okay. Oh my goodness me. Can't make decisions. Okay, well, let's have a look at the other stuff for a minute. They're just too pretty for their own good. That's a problem. Right now, this one I could put on here. So if I cut this out, well, I do this by hand because even though I'm terrible at cutting out, I might give it a little border, actually, a teeny tiny border. Now you know what I'm like cutting. I'm rubbish, but this is so far. Don't speak too soon, Julie. That's not too bad at all. Just not really very straight here. Perfect. Okay, and I do think that looks nice on there. Oh, I have this, which is like an old-fashioned wallpaper. I'm going to use that. That's sort of doubled over there. I must have been making something. I've got horrible ringing in my ears. I do have tinnitus, but this is like, I don't usually have it like during the day when I'm talking and things. I usually just have it at, you know, when it's quiet. But it's ringing away. Tinnitus is the bane of my life, I can tell you that much. It's terrible. It's a horrible affliction. Anybody who has it will know what I mean. But, you know, there's worse things, and I don't want to be complaining in this video, guys. Right, it's a beautiful sunny day outside. I would have the window open if it wasn't for the noise, the traffic. I've been doing lots and lots of foraging, and I foraged loads of berries, loads and loads of berries. So I'm really sort of pleased with myself. It's funny. So yeah, so there will be loads of sort of nice things happening in my kitchen very soon. I've frozen everything because I didn't have the time to just immediately do the work on them, so I just froze them. Oh, ready to use. So I picked a lot of elderberries because my daughter, who lives down south, went to look for elderberries and they'd already gone over down there, whereas up here there's still some left. So I picked enough to be able to make my family, my daughter and her family, elderberry syrup. And for myself, of course. I make it every year. I love it. I love the flavour. It's so delicious. It's especially delicious if you put sort of, that's lovely. Just very simple background, but really pretty. So I'm happy with that. So I didn't really need that there. Okay, first thing done. So that's one little bit of ephemera. Now I could use this. Why not? So let's just cut this off. I was being a bit bold there, thinking I could cut straight, but hopefully I have been able to. Now, let me just see in one of the others, see if there's anywhere. Something like that could be quite nice. Or maybe I'd make it a bit smaller. I'm just using what I've got and the things that I'm using what I've got that I can find, you know, just in my stash, but also to hand, I mean. See, that could make a nice little tuck spot somewhere, or yeah. She looks sad though. Let's see. That needs flattening. I wonder why it's so... needs flattening. Okay, what about there? I just wonder whether, yeah, I'm going to put it there, and I'm going to put it as little tuck spot. Now the edge of it there is double thickness, so it doesn't need any, because it's a tuck spot, I don't think it needs anything. I might put, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll put this across the top just to reinforce it. I do tend to do something like that. So I was going to ask whether you ever suffer from any sort of crisis of confidence when it comes to, I mean, I know it's only craft. I used to feel it when I was a fine artist, you know, working in fine art, I mean, because, yeah, I mean, it's not that I ever intended, I wasn't a commercial artist, I was a practicing artist that, you know, I worked for exhibition and in communities and things, doing residencies. And but I still felt sometimes a crisis of confidence, and funnily enough, and I'm really surprised at myself, is I feel it sometimes, even now, you know. I think I struggle with my confidence. Yep, happy with that. I might put something else on there just to brighten it up a little bit, but I'm happy with that. So that will go on there. And I use this sort of glue for that, which is like that acetate type glue. Okay. Should have put that along there, but it doesn't matter. Just reinforcing it. So what am I doing? Yeah, down here and across there. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't have to please anyone, really. So I shouldn't feel this way, but I do sometimes. And I think probably many of us do. So I was just asking that question, whether you guys ever feel that way. And then what I do is sometimes I look back at my work, and I was doing that last night. I couldn't sleep, not for, you know, not because I'm lacking in confidence in my work, but I just couldn't sleep. And so I looked back. I was watching my old videos. I'll be honest, sometimes they put me to sleep. My daughter-in-law said, "Julie, that's the height of a narcissism." I didn't mean it in the way that, you know, I'm just, my voice is so relaxing that I've got myself. I meant that maybe it's a bit boring. I don't know. My voice. But she took it that I was sort of complimenting myself. She's funny. I love her to bits. Right, so I'll put this one somewhere. Not in that, because we've got that now, which I love. So I'm going to look in this one. Let's see where we can put this one. Well, it's like a little, well, no, it's not a journaling card. So I might just actually put it on a background. Be nice there, maybe. That's beautiful paper, but it would be nice there, I think. Or there, not there. It works on the other one, but not there. What about that then? So that's not plain then. Yeah, I'm going to put it there. Okay, good. So yeah, sort of a focal point, but, you know, on something, some back, you know, paper. I love images of ladies, you know. I think we all do. I don't particularly like images of men in my work. That's nothing against men, I just don't particularly like images of them in my work. Oh dear. Oh, don't come after me. There we go. My son's a man and I love him to bits, so nothing to do with men as per se. It's just I prefer images of women just because they look pretty. Okay, so we've done that. I don't want to do that. I've got a little heart here and I quite like, this is real ephemera, by the way. Oh, that's pretty. Does that look strange like that? Yeah, I think it does actually. Okay. Could make a little tuck spot. I'll just have it in the centre. Have a row of them or have two of them. That would be nice. I'm going to do that. Fold it in half. Like that. I've got some more. And then and that would be nice. Would it? Yes, Julie, I think it would. Okay. Let's see, I think I've got, yes, I've got some here. And I thought I cut another one out. Which one should I use? I think that one. Yeah, let's cut that out. These are Ruby and Pearl, by the way. I love them. Very, very pretty. And I know she has some different ones as well. And I think Roxy Creations has some as well. Oh, Raindrop Lila definitely has, actually. Well, they probably all do, to be fair. You know, all of the digital content creators. I wish I could do it. I mean, I probably could. I'm just yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I could if I put my mind to it, you know, but I just, yeah, I'm not, it's not how I want to spend my time, I suppose. And again, I lack confidence. Even if I could do it, I still lack confidence. But all those lovely images that are available on public domain sites, you know, yeah, they're there for us all. We can all do it. But it's nice to be able to support other content creators and journalists, journal makers and things like that. It is nice. So I don't mind buying. I mean, you know, I don't mind buying any sort of digital. Sorry, I'm speaking low. I've got a sore throat this morning. But I don't mind, what I'm saying is I don't mind supporting by buying digital. And once upon a time I did feel a bit sort of like, you know, snooty about using digitals, just because others were. And so I thought, oh, yeah. And now I just think that's absolute rubbish. Yeah, it's lovely to support other artists and creators and at the same time have these really pretty and gorgeous things to use, which, you know, yeah, why not? Why is it a problem? I'm going to use this just because I can, if I use the glue stick, it's just going to, you know, be on all of it. I'm not very good at doing things straight anyway, but yeah, we'll do that and it will sit in the corner like that. And get it right, Julie. Because, so what I'm going to do is try and make sure that so when I do put the binding in, this will be the centre, that will be, probably do that as the outer and that as the outer, and so I don't want to impact on it, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. This is lovely. This is rust dyed paper. I had so many plans this summer to do lots of dyeing, and I even grew plants to, you know, to use as dyes. And I think it because my niece's wedding took over everything, didn't get around to it, which is a shame. But you know, there's still things to use. I did dry some plants in the hope that would, oops. Yeah, loving it. Loving it. That's not in the centre. Make sure it's in the centre. How pretty is that? Yeah, that's very pretty. And I love pretty things. Well, I think we all do, don't we? Okay, let's do something else. Let's make a journaling card or something. I don't want to use that as a journaling card. What about this? This would be so easy to make a journaling card with, or even a page. But I think, how many would I get if I did? I'm going to get one, I think. And then I've got that little bit that I could use somewhere. Yeah, let's make a journaling card, tag, or a journaling card, whichever. Now what I could have done if I was clever then is I could have made that a wraparound, but never mind. Right. Now this is too long, so I'm going to have to make it shorter. So what I'll do is probably cut it off here so that at least I've got some pretty... That's too short. So yeah, I'll cut it off there. I'll rip it off. I'd like to have gone for a walk this morning, actually. I should have, because it looks gorgeous out there, but I think I'll go in my garden later. Actually, I was thinking about going shopping. Have to take some things back to a shop. Right, card. Let's see what we have. What do we have? Card. Perfect. Quite thin card this, but I'm glad about that. Come on. Yeah, I don't mind it being a little bit smaller, although it tends to bump up, doesn't it? Now I'll glue it on and then decide if I'm going to trim it. I'm all over the place, sorry. A little bit manic this morning. Oh, what happened there? I just realised I should have... oh, it doesn't matter. Just ignore me. I'm thinking too much. Yeah, I'd like to go out. I'm going to go out after I've done this. Get some fresh air. I feel like I need it. Bit pointless ripping it when I'm going to be cutting it anyway, but yeah. Oh, come on. Always do that. Right. Now I'm going to have to cut into the card in case you didn't realise. Might not trim now. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but it gives me a line to work off. That's what I mean. I need a guillotine one. Okay, well that's all right. It's all right. It's very pretty. Good. I mean, I've had this years and years and years and years. I mean, I'd say 2003, maybe before. So a long time, 20 years. Imagine that. Okay, now what should I put on here? Or do I just leave it and just maybe trim it and make a lovely ribbon for it? Yeah, I think I'm going to trim it. Yeah, I'll trim it, I think. I don't want it to trim it. It's quite wide though. No, I'm not going to trim it. Well, I am, but I'm going to do it like that. Good. Okay, and then let's look for a ribbon. What about something? Sorry. Nope. I mean, I have a box of ribbons, but I'm just wondering whether to put something simple on. I love just simple cotton like that or that. That's cream or white. I think white. See if I've got a smaller piece. That's an edge. Prefer a bit wider. That's even better. Yeah, love it. Yes, so when I have small pieces like this, that's what I do. I make them into, I mean, there's a piece of muslin. What about that? Or that. I mean, I know I'm being a bit fussy now, but in fact, that's too long. I'm going to use this. They're probably shouting at me, no, use the other one. Actually, no. I really shouldn't keep my laces like this, I know. I'm lazy. But what if I put like something like that there? There? That would be nice. Well, I'll have a think. Just make more of a statement. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on first anyway. The other thing I want, and I've wanted for a while, is, you know, the punches that are sort of like no, that's too much. Punches that are long and narrow. I love those, and I want one. Yep, I want one. I want Never Gets. I try not to be too obsessed with buying lots of things, you know. I try to limit myself on being sensible, you know. Times are hard for many of us, and sometimes it feels a bit unnecessary to have so much stuff. Love that. That's really pretty. And I think if I were to put, in fact I know if I am to put this on, for example, no, that wouldn't go, so it's going to be this. It's going to be this. Where's the end? There. Oh my goodness me, come on. Yeah, I think it's going to be that. What do you think? The other was too white, too bold, so I think I'm going to put it there. There. Yep. So it's pretty, this. I can't remember where I got it from now. I mean, I could have put something like that on, but I'll do that on something else. Getting distracted, Julie. Okay, let's glue this on. So I'll glue it on by oh my goodness me, I didn't cut it off. Oh, that's an error. How did I not cut it off? Oh well, calm down. Yeah, a tiny bit out, but that will go to something else. It never gets wasted. I overreacted a bit there. What I'm going to do, just so that I keep this straight, and so I don't put glue everywhere that doesn't need to be. I want to just do that. Now I know some people think that feel that this sort of glue isn't enough, but I find it usually is, but I will put more on if I need to. I like that. The other thing I'll probably do is stitch around it with the sewing machine. There he is. Nice little card. Okay. I think I've probably been on a fair amount of time. I won't even bother looking for somewhere to put it. I'm just going to pop it in there for a minute. Alright, shall I do one more thing? Well, we need to decide what we're going to do with this, don't we? What about if I put that in there? No. No, I'll sort that out later. Let me see, there's something else I want to do. Might cut round this and make it. Now, if I want to cut round it, was there something else I need to cut round? Oh, there was that. Yes, now. Yes. Are you pretty? Oh, too much. Never mind. Don't know if I want it in there. I've already got two pockets already in here. Not that it matters too much, because I will be, I mean, that's quite nice there, but it's also nice there. Oh, I've already got that there. Okay, so not in there. Fine, let's have a look. I think it's going to go in here. There. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. Put it there. Okay. So that needs straightening up, but I'm not going by that anyway, I don't think. I'll need to straighten it up. Right. There. Okay, good. That doesn't look straight either. Okay. That's good. Right, I need to just put something onto to make it stronger as a pocket. Try not to use thick card. I just use scrap paper usually, but I definitely don't want to be using anything like that. Let's see if I've got anything here. Got anything here? Yes, I have. This one. do. This is 110 or 20 GSM, so it's really good for doing this. Okay. I tend not to take it right to the edge because I think, well, when I'm gluing it, well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You do whatever you want. There we go. Good, good, good. Oh, very good. Isn't that beautiful? I hope you've enjoyed this little craft along with me. I will carry on working, and well, I'm going to go out actually, get some fresh air. I need it. I've got a sore throat, and I think that I need to go out and breathe, yeah, some fresh air, because I haven't been out since Sunday. No, Saturday. Wow, really? That's probably do need to go out, and I think I might have shopping to do as well. There he is. Pretty. Pretty, pretty. What is that? Very nice. Okay, so that goes from there. So I think, guys, I'm going to leave it here because I think I've been on long enough. We'll do a quick recap, but I hope you enjoyed it. Just playing with some nice bits. It always feels good to use up bits and bobs, and I don't like cutting into books, but the books that I've used are not. It's not a problem. One of them anyway is very plentiful. So let's have a quick look, see what we did. I don't know if I did something in every one, but made that gorgeous little card, which is beautiful. Love that. Okay, I think that's it for in here. Lovely, lovely pages. Okay, here, let's see what we did. We did this. Love that. And I don't think, we did these. Love them. We could use those as little tucks. If I glued them on a little bit more, that could be a tuck. So I'll think about that. And let's see, did we do anything else? Nope. Okay, one more. Don't say that's all we did. Oh, pocket. Pocket. So basically I did pockets and a couple of other bits, but not really very much. So let me see how long I've been on. An hour. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here, guys, and I'll be back to do another video very, very soon. So take care everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.